So in this video, we're going to talk about why we start out in Revit and a couple things you can do to export your Revit model into other Autodesk functions. So we're going to start off with making sure we're in the 3D model. One thing I always like to do is I go down to my 3D views down in the properties, and I like to, you can either create a new one or you can duplicate, but I'm just going to duplicate because it's a little bit easier. I'm going to rename this one Export View. Now you can call it whatever you want, but I just think it helps me understand better and remember that I need to be in 3D before I export things. So if you're going to export into Navisworks, then you definitely have to have it in a 3D view. If you're going to do AutoCAD or as a DWG file, then you can export it as a 2D drawing, so you can go to one of your floors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit File up on the tabs and hit Export, and there's lots of options. I'm just trying to explain some of them. So IFC you can put into a couple of different programs. It works into Navisworks, but you might as well just use the NWC for Navisworks. You can also, FBX isn't super popular, but that is one of the options. NWF is usually a 2D, and then again the CAD, the DWG, DXF, DGN, any of those, that's really good for a 2D drawing. So if I hold it long enough, it shows me which one I want. Anyway, so I'm going to show you guys how to do an NWC because that's my favorite. I'm going to go ahead and just download it in here, but that's the wrong file. So I'm going to go to my documents, put it in the right one. You can name it whatever you want and hit save. Now it usually doesn't take too long, especially since this is a small file, but that is the really short, easy way of how to export your Revit file. The really nice thing about this is it takes all the elements that when you go back into Navisworks, you're going to see exactly what you see here, except it just makes it a little bit easier to fly through the model and organize things. And then we're also going to export as a DWG, just to show you how that's done. So that one is going to show you, yeah. So the nice thing about the DWG is you can turn on and off your layers. So for some reason I didn't want to show that I had doors. I can see which doors are going to show up. See that? Shows you exactly what is being exported. So I'm just going to hit OK because I want all of it. But if I wanted, I can mess with all these options, change, my colors, things like that. But we're not going to do that today. Make sure it's your 3D view. Hit next. This is me saving it right there. And there you go. Nothing too difficult today. That is how you export files into either an NWC or DWG. But again, if you want to mess with the other exports, they're there for you.